We live in an extroverted world where qualities such as being social and outgoing are prized above all else. For some introverts, they might go against their personality and try being an extrovert because society prefers extroverts. They might go to a crowded bar with a large group of friends when they would rather have a nice dinner with a small group of friends. A third to a half of the world's population are introverted, and it's a shame that some of them pretend to be someone they are not. Society needs both introverts and extroverts, so in this video, we will go over the 8 benefits of being introverted. 1. Introverts are more creative than extroverts and tend to be better at arts. While extroverts love social interaction and being in the center of attention, since that is how they express themselves, introverts express themselves through creative pursuits. They might express themselves by making music, art, films, software, or many other creative projects. Introverts tend to be more creative, since extroverts are often around people and they may adopt the values and ideas of the group, while introverts have their own preferences and are not influenced by trends easily, since they spend more time alone. Being alone allows introverts to develop interesting ideas and concepts that can be original. They then use those ideas and concepts to create something amazing. Albert Einstein, who is introverted, once stated, "The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind." 2. Introverts are more cautious. Extroverts are bigger risk takers, but sometimes taking risks might not be the move. Introverts are wired more cautiously, and they will always think before they act. This can be a great strength in certain things like problem solving and critical thinking, since they won't make silly mistakes off the bat. Also, introverts will always take their time to think through a decision properly, so they can choose the best course of action for them that they won't regret. If you have trouble with making a decision, you can ask an introvert, and they can help walk you through their thought process on the decision. 3. Introverts are deep thinkers. Since introverts spend a good amount of time alone, they often think about life. The ability to reflect on life and imagine many different future scenarios is a sign that one might be a deep thinker. This ability can be very helpful in designing one's dream life and making a strategy to accomplish their goal. Introverts are great at designing their life, since they are able to think deeply about what they truly want and how to get what they want. Besides designing their life, introverts are also great at thinking about things they are passionate about. They are able to think deeply because they are creative and can be really productive when alone. 4. Introverts tend to be more productive. Since introverts spend less energy socializing than extroverts, they have to direct that energy elsewhere. Introverts tend to direct their energy towards work, whether that is their personal project or their job. Extroverts have more energy when they are in social interactions, while introverts have more energy when they are alone. If there are no distractions and an introvert is alone, they can immerse themselves in their work quickly and work for long periods of time. Since they're able to focus deeply, they are able to be experts in a field or create something amazing. 5. Introverts create deeper connections with people. Introverts have little interest in shallow relationships. They will invest their time and effort into making stronger connections. Extroverts care more about the quantity of relationships, which means they care more about knowing a lot of people. On the other hand, introverts care more about the quality of the relationship with those they care about. Introverts are selective about who they will let into their world, so the relationships an extrovert forms will be cherished and nurtured into something meaningful. As a result, introverts surround themselves with people who are loyal and trustworthy. 6. Introverts are more independent. Since introverts are not a fan of social interaction, they tend to be self-sufficient. They hate being dependent on others, so they will deal with challenges by relying on themselves. They also prefer to work alone rather than in a team if given the choice. This does not mean they are bad in teams though. If you are a manager, you can trust that the introvert will do the work without distraction, since they would rather work than socialize. 7. Introverts are better listeners. Introverts value their space, so they are more respectful. They will let others speak first, and they don't interrupt often, so they tend to listen a lot. Introverts will really listen and take mental notes of what someone is saying, which helps them be good at conversations. Since introverts are more receptive to information, and like taking it in, they will listen more and then talk about topics that the other person is interested in. This is why some people find introverts trustworthy and confide their secrets to them. 8. Introverts are good observers. Introverts like to remain in the background and watch. They like to listen and observe, and speak only when they have something important to say. Since they observe a lot, they have an eye for detail. Some people think this characteristic is weird or creepy, but it can be very useful. For example, an introvert can observe someone's body language and tell if someone is uncomfortable. With this information, they can help that person be more comfortable and help them ease into the conversation. Observing someone can give you an idea if you would like to be friends with them as well, which is an invaluable skill for introverts. There are many more benefits to being introverted besides the ones I mentioned above. If you want a resource to learn more about the power of introverts, I suggest Susan Cain's book, Quiet: The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. Link in the description below. What benefit of being introverted did I miss? Leave a comment below and check out the playlist shown on the end screen for more videos on being a quiet person.